Today I'm giving you ideas on how to prepare and make do when things do not go as prepared. As preppers, we always try to be as prepared as possible, but sometimes, like your house getting completely swept away, you never know when you're going to be in that situation. I mean, those poor people in Hurricane Helene literally were not in a flood zone, had no idea, and everything was washed away. So the ones that were left were stuck without power and water and food, and the ones that had everything swept away had to figure out what they were going to do now that they didn't have a house. Here are some ideas on how to make do if you don't have something. Number one is water. I am always shocked when I see everyone running to the store for hurricanes, getting all the water, and yet the juice, the bottled teas, the bottled coffee, the juice boxes, the seltzer water, all of those things are still on the shelf. It doesn't occur to people, you don't have to just buy water. So if you're not prepared, and if you're not prepared with water in hand and you're making a last minute run to the store, you do not have to buy water. Yes, I know all those things are more calories, but when you need something to drink, calories are not going to matter. You need something to drink. Your juices, your teas, your coffees, your juice boxes, your seltzer water, all of those types of things you can still use as a water substitute. Don't forget though, when the call comes that you're not going to have water, fill your bathtub, your water heater is full of water, the back of your toilet is full of clean water. Fill up your crock pots, your Instant Pot, your pitchers, your canning jars. If you have a pond outside, fill that up. If I have a stock tank for my garden, I could fill that up. Anything that will hold water, fill it up with water immediately, because even if it's something like, let's say, a garden pond, at least you could use that water for flushing the toilets and washing dishes and that type of thing. Maybe not for drinking. Well, you could if you had a filter like our DIY filter I'll put up here for you. But if you don't have clean water for drinking, at least you can use it for other purposes. The next thing is soap. I was absolutely flabbergasted when I went to the store in 2020, filmed videos for prepping because everybody was panicking. And when I went to go do my homemade hand sanitizer video, I went to the soap aisle to get footage of the empty shelves. And I am not kidding. The antibacterial soap, which antibacterial, guys, doesn't kill viruses. Just washing your hands with a regular bar of soap will kill bacteria and viruses. Just wash them for 20 seconds, and that's all you got to do. But all the antibacterial soap was wiped clean off the shelves, totally gone. But I am not exaggerating when I say literally right next to it was shampoo, baby shampoo, bubble bath. Then I went and looked, there was dish soaps, there were laundry soaps, bar soaps. No one uses bar soap anymore. Guys, bar soap is perfectly fine to use. You would say, well, it holds bacteria and all that. No, it doesn't. Once you get it on your hands, it's the friction of rubbing your hands that kills the bacteria and then rinsing it away. So rub your hands for 20 seconds and then rinse your hands. That's what kills the bacteria. But all of those things were in stock. The shelves were filled. So if there is no soap, hand soap, use all of those different things. The bar soap, the shampoo, the baby shampoo, the bubble bath, the dish soap, the wipes, anything that you use to cleanse like that, even cleaners. You could get Lysol, anything like that. You could clean your hands with it if you needed to. Bleach, all of those things if they have it on stack. Rubbing alcohol will disinfect your hands also. Any of those things will work to disinfect your hands if you need to. Bread. Another thing that goes off the shelves right away when a hurricane comes is the bread. But all the crackers, the rolls, the granola bars, the donuts. Guys, if you need food, you need food. I'm telling you, if there's an emergency situation and I gotta buy donuts, I'm gonna be buying me some donuts. Sorry, but people will completely wipe out all the bread, but they don't think of granola bars. They don't think of oatmeal. They don't think of crackers. They don't think of any of those types of things. Even cookies would be fine if you cannot find bread. Okay, so let's say you can't get meat, whatever reason it is. You could eat things like peanut butter and jelly. You could eat peanuts. You could get canned tuna, canned beef, canned salmon, canned chicken. You could get SpaghettiOs. You could get ravioli. I know those don't have a ton of protein in there, but they are a meal. You could get canned beans. You could get dry beans. All of those could be a good substitution for meat. If you need to know how to cook those things, our Black Friday sale is happening right now, up to 50% off. All of our ebooks are 50% off and our print books are 40% off for our Black Friday sale. We only have this sale twice a year, usually, and Black Friday is one of those times. So go in the description below if you want easy recipes that use ingredients you already have on hand with recipes your family will love to eat, even those picky eaters, and get you in and out of the kitchen quick. You don't know how to cook beans? It's in Dining on a Dime. You don't know how to cook rice? It's in Dining on a Dime. You don't know how to make flour tortillas? It's in Dining on a Dime. Don't know how to make taco seasoning? In Dining on a Dime. You don't know how to make bread? It's in Dining on a Dime. It is all in there. All the substitutions and all the leftovers, so you're not wasting food also, are in our cookbooks. And if you want to get them up to 50% off, the link is in the description below for you to grab our Black Friday sale right now. The next thing is toilet paper. Yes, when we did our video prepping for pooping, right here, I was totally shocked that people had no idea what to use instead of toilet paper. Guys, today we are talking about that great crisis the United States is having. There is no more pooping paper in the stores. What are you to do? I am going to show you 7 ways that you can have toilet paper without toilet paper. 1, facial tissues. Now, the toilet paper aisle was completely sold out, but of course, facial tissues were all over there. Now, these are a little bit thinner than regular toilet paper, so you might need to double up if you have a very, well, let's just say you might need to double up. How about we just say that? This is to be sure to remember, wipe, fold, wipe, fold, wipe, fold. You can get 3 to 4 wipes out of 1 to 2 things of tissues, okay? So facial tissues is number 1. These you can put down the toilet or in the trash, either one. Number 2 is wipes, either baby wipes or flushable wipes. Now, you're really not supposed to put flushable wipes down the toilet anyway. So what I do for these next few ideas is I would just keep a container with your grocery sacks in there. When you use a wipe, have each person take and put in a grocery sack, tie it up, and throw it out in the trash. If you don't have enough grocery sacks, you can get these doggy doo bags and put them in there. I have a link in the description below from Amazon. They are still in stock at the moment. And wipes are a great alternative. They're completely stocked. Nobody's buying wipes right now, so this is a great alternative. Number 3, paper kitchen napkins. All right, guys, if this is good enough to wipe your face and hands, it's good enough to wipe your delicate bum.
Look at all that grippy texture.
Grippy texture. That's my hand model in a moment there. All right, so kitchen paper napkins. Again, throw these in the trash, put them in a bag, throw them in the trash. Next, we have paper towels. Yes, paper towels will work. Depending on how big your mess is, you can cut it in half, or you can use the whole thing. And once again, wipe, turn, wipe, turn, wipe. There we go, okay? Throw that in the trash. Next, now, we're getting a little old-fashioned here, but if you have a phone book, no, I don't mean this phone book. If you have a phone book left from the early years, so I don't even think they have them anymore, but I saved several of these just for this situation so that if we could not get toilet paper, we had that. You can also use newspaper, but you don't need this whole thing. What you can do is cut the whole newspaper up all at once, super easy. Get them all, oops, I didn't go straight down the middle, but you get the point. And then you can cut it in half again if you need to. You want newspaper that is not shiny, so magazines won't work as well. They're slick, they won't grip anything. Then we have a bidet. Yes, these are used all over the world, not so much in America, but guys, you can still get bidets on Amazon. No plumbing is needed. You just hook it up to the water on your toilet and it has a little sprayer and everything. How do you think you would like that, my love?
No.
But you'd be all fresh. All right, and last but not least is the good old-fashioned reusable, washable toilet paper known as rags. Now, this is, again, been used for years and years. I like these little baby wash rags the best. I'll leave a link in the description below. They're soft, but they don't have the ridges. The ridges kind of pull and that kind of thing, but they have them at Dollar Tree, $3, $4 if you want to get those. These I got off Amazon. You could also use something like this disposable wipe, washcloth, whatever you want to call it. You could use regular washcloths. Now the thinner ones are better than the thicker ones. This can get kind of bulky on the buns, a little bit of a problem. You can cut up a flour sack dish towel. This is an old one that we had for our mechanic son. Cut that up. An old terry cloth towel. Just cut this into little squares and you can use that. Now, let me show you how well this works real quick here. Okay, my demo, please. All right.
Ew, get it off! Get it off.
Okay. We're pretending here that we have a mess that we need to clean up.
Oh.
So you take
we were changing diapers.
So you take this and you gently wipe. See how well that gets most of it up? Okay, then you scrape. And then you scrape, and if you need another one, grab another one, just like so. See, that looks pretty good. Leaves a little bit of a stain, but so that's good. Okay, you can take your hand back. So then what you do is you keep a bucket with a lid in the bathroom, and you just drop those puppies in there. Keep an old salt shaker of baking soda, sprinkle over the top to help with the fragrance, and just leave it like that. Then, when you go to wash your reusable toilet paper, you can take and pour it off the water into the toilet if you want, or if you don't want, you can just take this whole thing and dump it in your washing machine. You can also put in here a few drops of bleach or a few drops of Lysol. Do not mix the two. Any disinfectant you want. Or you could do borax. You want to be sure to wash it on the hottest water you can. Even sanitize if your washer has sanitize. Also add some bleach or another disinfectant if you prefer in your wash. It will not contaminate your washer. You guys wash dirty underwear every week. It's not going to hurt anything. Then when you put it into the dryer is hot enough that it will kill any of the germs that the washer doesn't catch, but the washer does catch most of it. So don't freak out about washing reusable toilet paper in the washer. That is how you can get by with toilet paper alternatives. So as you can see, there are lots of ideas that you can use for toilet paper. Don't get stuck that you have to just have toilet paper. The next thing is paper towels. This is another big thing that people get stuck on. You can use wash rags. You can use t-shirts, old towels. You can cut up your towels. You can cut up your wash rags. And here's the thing. You do not have to wash these rags. You can just throw them away. People have no problem throwing away ratty t-shirts, but they get all hung up when we say you can throw away a wash rag that's been turned into a rag. It's okay if it's all oily and greasy and all that. Don't wash it, just throw it away. I keep a stock of rags in my garage. I keep a stock in my laundry room. I keep a stock downstairs so that when I have an emergency situation, like when we had Poopageddon 2024 twice, I was able to just get those towels, get them all soaked with all the nasty stuff, and then I just threw them away. Yes, I was going to wash them, but something happened and I couldn't get them washed, so I just threw them away. And guess what? It's really okay. It is okay. If you have a shortage of rags and you want to start using real rags, ask friends, ask family members to give you their old clothes that aren't thrift store worthy, or that they're just gonna throw away. Ask them to give them to you so you can cut them up and use them for rags. The next thing is flashlight batteries. People don't think you can use solar lights, you can use headlamps, you can use closet lights. All of those things are alternatives to batteries. Don't forget, if you can't find batteries, look in your kids' toys, your clocks, radios, all of those places. Look at all of the appliances you have, or, well, I mean, not appliances, but what would you call things like radios and, I don't know, all of your little gadgets that you would have batteries in. Start thinking, wait, I have 5 clocks. I only need 1. Let's take the batteries out and use them for the flashlight. Oh, wait, the kids can do without this toy. I'm taking the battery out and putting it in my flashlight. The other thing is go to bed. Go to bed and wake up with the sun. First of all, you'll probably be feeling better since you're getting adequate amount of sleep now instead of staying up till 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning messing around on your computer. But it's okay to go to bed at 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and get up at 7 or 6 or 7 o'clock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, depending on where in the country you're at. You know, the Southerners are going to be having longer days than us Northerners up here. So just adjust it to the amount of daylight you have, but go to bed when it's dark. You don't have to stay up and use lights all the time. You can go to bed early at 6, 7 o'clock if you need to. Bandages. People don't think, how did they use bandages before we had sticky stuff? Well, they tore up rags and they tied them on the wound when they needed to stop bleeding. Ladies used rags when they needed them. So when we didn't have adhesive, what people would use is they would cut up cotton sheets, cotton towels, cotton clothes, flour sacks, all of those things you can cut into strips and use as bandages. If you need to sterilize them, just boil them for a few minutes in some water and then they're sterile. The next thing is cooking gas. Now, what can you use if you don't have gas? Let's say I have an electric stove. I'm not going to be able to cook if I don't have any power. I have a grill. I have a wood fire pit. I actually have 2 wood fire pits that I could use, one for cooking outside. Make sure you have a grate that will go on top. I found this grate at a garage sale for $1, so I picked it up so that I would have it in case of an emergency and I need to cook on the fire. I got this griddle just like this for free because we were helping someone clean out a storage shed My son and I did about an hour's worth of work, and I got not only this camp griddle, but I also got 4 cast iron pots. I got about $200 worth of cast iron that I can use to cook outside just by helping someone clean out their shed. Now, I didn't do it for those items, but when they said, "Can you use this?" I was like, yes, I can use this. So I got those for free for about an hour's worth of work. So my son and I, 2 of us, that's $100 an hour we earned for our time of helping someone move. So not only did we get the help that this person needed, we also got something useful out of it for us also. One time I helped a friend move, and she gave me probably $1,500 to $2,000 worth of cleaning supplies, food, things that she didn't want to mess with that I put on Facebook Marketplace and was able to sell. And she was like, "Please just get rid of it. I don't care where it goes. I just don't want to deal with it anymore." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll sell it then." Look for things like that. But when you're cooking, you can use a camp stove. You can use an outdoor grill, an outdoor fire pit. You can use the warming lights that they use to keep food warm at buffets, those, like when they're catering weddings and that type of thing. And also, when you use all of these things, put a lid on the things you're cooking. It will cook twice as fast if you put a lid on it versus just letting all the heat leave the pan. And then the last but not least, you may have to eat your food cold. I know it's not the best idea, but if you just have nothing that you can heat anything up with, you may have to just eat it cold, and that's fine. The next thing is doing laundry. People just, I don't know what it is with an emergency situation. People freak out with the laundry. First of all, when the first notice of anything happened, even if it's like a week away, and you start hearing, "Oh wait, there may be a hurricane coming," make sure you get everything done up. Get ahead on the laundry, get totally caught up on the laundry, get totally caught up on all the dishes. The very second you hear there could be any problems, because a lot of times, like with tornadoes and hurricanes and flooding, we have warning. We had 24 hours notice on our flooding in Colorado that things may be going south pretty quick. I started getting ready. I got all of my laundry done. I got all of the dishes done. I got all the baking done. The very first thing you need to do is get as much done as possible if you can. Now, let's say like the people in North Carolina, yeah, they had some warning it was coming. So yes, they could have prepared some, but some of them were just completely caught off guard with unexpected flooding, flash flooding. That's totally understandable. But here's the thing, when you're in that situation, stop worrying about the laundry. Seriously, most people have enough clothes to get them through at least 7 to 10 days, if not longer. Stop worrying about washing jeans and shirts and all those things. Yeah, wash out your underwear, but really, bras could be worn 10 days, 2 weeks if you needed to. May not smell the best, I get it, but there are groups of people like the Amish that when they do it by hand, they're not going to be washing everything that's just slightly soiled. And some of these Amish groups you will go into, and they are very, how do I say this? It's very pungent being around them, and they do not have clean clothes. Why? Because it's hard work doing the laundry. You can wear the same shirt, the same pants for a week if you need to. Now, I get like within North Carolina where they were shoveling mud, I get that, but what you may have to do is just let that dry off on your pants or your shirt and then just literally scrape it off or rub it off so it falls off, and then your clothes will be a little bit cleaner. If you're wondering what foods you should stockpile that will never expire, please go watch this video next. Visit us at livingonadime.com, and we will see you guys next time.